Hello and welcome to Sound of Hope News. I'm Liam O'Neill and here is your June 16th China Brief. Angry shopkeepers march in Shanghai to demand rent waivers. The investigation of a vicious attack of women caught on video raises broader questions. Party leader Xi Jinping readies army for non-war action. A rare protest erupted in Shanghai on Monday when hundreds of shopkeepers staged a walkout. "Return our rent or we won't open," they chanted. After 2 months of complete lockdowns and many additional weeks of what might be called sporadic lockdowns, shop owners have taken a hard hit. April retail sales nosedived 48.3%, the city's largest drop since 2011, and significantly steeper than the 11% drop nationally, reported Reuters. Shopkeepers are demanding a 6-month rent waiver, just like state-owned enterprises may enjoy, per a recent city government announcement. Shanghai citizens had been promised a normal life by June 1st, when the deputy mayor announced an end to the lockdowns. But many businesses are still under quarantine. Dine-in restaurants mostly not allowed, and daily PCR tests disrupt many aspects of society. The well-known Qipu Road clothing market was supposed to reopen on Monday. Instead, angry shop owners took to the streets demanding the rent waivers, reported the South China Morning Post. One demonstrator questioned, "How do they expect us to go on without earnings?" Her business had been shuttered since March 7th, she told Nikkei Asia. Another shopkeeper claimed, "Customers are staying away since our mall has been asked by authorities to switch to silence mode, which means nobody can come in or leave." Yesterday, we reported on a vicious group attack on 3 women at a barbecue restaurant in Tangshan City. Caught on surveillance video, the incident garnered over 1 billion views in just 4 days, renewing the debate on the treatment of women and their rights. China's Ministry of Public Security has intervened. The high-profile case has allegedly been handed over to a different municipality nearby Langfang City. Ren Jianming, a professor at Beijing University, told the Singapore newspaper Lianhe Zaobao that the case probably involves criminal gangs. It was likely handed over to another municipality so that the gangs would have less hold over the investigation. But there are still doubts about justice being delivered. The current director of Tangshan City Police used to be the director of Langfang City Police and still has very strong connections there. Current affairs commentator Heng He said that ordinary criminal cases are handed over to jurisdictions when local gang and government collusion is feared. The Ministry of Public Security's involvement may indicate that the relevant municipal and provincial systems are too compromised. Mr. He believes it is likely that information over this matter could be blocked so as to cover up uncomfortable connections between authorities and local gangs. The viral incident has produced tens of thousands of concerned comments, mostly about mistreatment of women, but also about government willingness to provide cover for the crimes. On June 13th, party head Xi Jinping signed a document that legalized broader actions to be taken by the military. State mouthpiece Xinhua News explained that it provided a legal basis for the military to conduct non-war operations. What could those non-war operations be? Some have speculated that in light of the increasingly hawkish rhetoric over Taiwan, the document could provide a gray legal channel by which Xi could make a move on the island. The latest of hawkish remarks came from Chinese Defense Minister General Wei Fenghe. He boasted on June 12th that all weapons on display during the CCP's 70th anniversary military parade have been distributed among the armed forces, and that these include nuclear arms. The day after Wei's remarks, Nikkei Asia quoted 3 sources as saying that the White House will soon hold a discussion with Taiwan over U.S. defense arms sales to the island. Xi Jinping's document may also be sending a signal to anti-Xi forces within the Communist Party. The biggest challenge Xi faces at present is his reappointment as party chairman at this year's 20th Congress meeting. China expert Jiang Sunzhe said that Xinhua's news release focused on preventing and minimizing risks while responding to emergencies. He reasoned that these emergencies could very well be Chairman Xi's political opposition. Thanks for joining Sound of Hope for today's China Briefing. We'll see you tomorrow.